Hi everyone! One more day with another episode of the Quarantine Sessions. Coffee keeps my brain alive. The Quarantine Sessions is a new segment on this channel that I will invite some good friends of mine, guitar players, YouTubers, whatever. And we are going to jamming around, and I will do some questions and to you guys know more about them. Yeah, this is very important. Before I go any further, let me say something. I'm from Brazil, and this channel, it's a second channel from my main channel in Portuguese, because I live here in the United States and I started a new channel in English. Makes sense, right? So, if you are from Brazil, don't sweat it. There is a link on the description to below with the same show in Portuguese. That's it. Today we are gonna have a very special guest here. Great shredder. He already was hired gun for Savatage, ex-U.D.O. This is hard to say. I am Morbid, Circle to Circle, Trans-Siberia Orchestra, among many others. My fellow Brazilian guitarist, Bill Hudson.
Hey, what's going on everyone? Bill Hudson here, coming to you guys from my home studio in Orlando, Florida, where I'm currently demoing and pre-producing I guess, the songs for my band NorthTale's second album, which should be coming out sometime this year through Nuclear Blast Records. I'm also doing, collaborations like this, and I want to thank my friend Silas Fernandez for inviting me to be on Rig on Fire today and jamming with him. Me and Silas have known each other for a little while, and I always wanted to jam with him. Too bad we can't do it in the same room. This is the best we can do right now. So let's see what we got, man. Check it out.
Thank you, Bill, for accepting this invite. We need to take advantage of these indoor times to do something cool for you. Okay, I'm going to do some questions for him. Bill, how long have you been here in the United States, and why did you come?
I was born and raised in São Paulo, Brazil, and I moved to the United States in 2004 to pursue a career in music. And here I am. I'm doing exactly what I came here to do.
Let us know a briefly story about the bands that you have played it.
So since 2006, I've done a lot. I've been on about 13 records, mostly as a session musician or a guest guitar player or something like that. Not a lot of my own original music. Although, well, I want to start then with the most important record that you have to go out and buy right now. NorthTale's Welcome to Paradise is our debut album on Nuclear Blast Records, and it came out last August. It's my power metal band, and I have, you know, all these songs that I had since I was 15 brought into life in a real record label, in a real album, and I'm really proud of what I did, what we've done as a band, and I think you should go check it out. Now, let's go back to the beginning of my career, 2006. I played in a band called Savatage. That's really what brought me to America. We were on a big record label, Metal Blade Records, and they were investing a lot of money on us, but we were idiots. We were stupid kids that didn't know what the hell we were doing. And they sent us out, you know, we went to Japan and played with Dio in Heaven and Hell. They sent us on tour with Trivium, All That Remains, Bullet for My Valentine, all these bands. We had a lot of opportunity, but it was just, we weren't ready, and the band just imploded. But from that, I went to what I call the Savatage family, so to speak. I met the Zach Stevens, the vocalist that was one of my heroes, and we started talking. Eventually I joined his band Circle to Circle, which took me to Europe for the first time, as well as, you know, Brazil, my own home country. I played with that band. Also, I've done Wacken Open Air and a lot of the big festivals for the first time with that band. That led me to John Oliva, Spain. Now, John Oliva is the songwriter and also vocalist for Savatage, as well as the Trans-Siberian Orchestra, the mastermind behind it all. And it was an honor working with him. That led me to starting to work for the Trans-Siberian Orchestra and doing the tour in 2015. You know, the arena tour, one of the biggest tours in the US. And that was an honor, probably the biggest thing I've ever done. We also headlined Wacken Open Air that year, which is pretty incredible. Double stage show as well. It was, both bands playing the same song. You should check that out if you've ever heard that. So with Circle to Circle, I've done 2 records. I've done Season Through Fall and Reign of Darkness, but I didn't really take part on the writing or recording. I just did the guitar solos. From then on, I moved to Udo Dirk Schneider, the original vocalist for Accept. I've done a lot of touring with him in the past couple of years. I don't work with him anymore, but for like 2 years I've done a lot on the Farewell to Accept tour. So we were going out playing basically his Accept songs, the songs that made him famous. And that led me to my current gig with Doro, the German queen of metal. Same thing, you know, playing basically her classics, but I'm not full-time in that band. I'm kind of a sub-guitar player that comes in when one of them cannot do it, but I've been doing a lot. I've done Russia, I've just did a festival with her in Sweden. I also work with I Am Morbid, which is the new band of David Vincent of Morbid Angel fame, the guy that basically created death metal. And we play Morbid Angel music on his and music that he wrote. And we also have Tim Young, who's the last drummer that Morbid Angel had before they broke up. Actually, speaking of Tim Young, we did another record together called Westfield Massacre. Me, him, and Tommy Vext, who's now world famous in Bad Wolves. And that's a record we were really proud of. It was actually number 14 on Heatseeker's chart in America. But none of us were really into the idea of having a band. So when me and Tim kind of left, and what else? Oh, yeah, and also I played guitar for Metal Gear Revengeance, the game, in 2012 with producer Logan Mader of Machine Head and Five Finger Death Punch fame. That was really cool. You can hear my guitar player all over that game. And man, I've done a lot of guest solos and you know, just writing songs for different artists. Logan Mader himself, you know, his first band, Once Human, I played solos on his album. I've done a lot, man. I work a lot. You know, I keep myself busy, and too bad I had about 30 some shows canceled now with the quarantine, but hey, I get to jam with my buddy Silas.
Last question. In your opinion, how must be the behavior of a hired gun in a metal band?
Yeah, regarding being a sideman in metal, there's a lot of blurred lines that really need to be addressed really before you go out on the road. For example, I have certain rules that just that I have. For example, if your band is gonna take me out without a guitar tech, be prepared to be carrying your gear and watching me sit around, because I'll carry my guitar or whatever, but I'm not helping you carry your gear. And I think that if you're hiring a musician, again, it's a difference between being a hired gun and being a brother that's like investing in the band with you. If you're gonna hire a musician, if you're gonna tell someone you have to play a certain way, you have to play this way or this way, then you have to provide them with everything, with the structure. You have to give them a tech. You have to give them a good hotel room. If that's not available, and you as a guitar player still take the gig, I think that you should always make sure the artist understands the difference between a hired gun and a member of the band. And this happened many times in my career. It happened many times where artists would hire me and then come with different expectations. Oh, I was hoping that you would come to my signing session. Well, but I don't want to sign your records. You know what I mean? I wasn't on this record. Now, if you wanted me to do that, we should have discussed it before. You want me to do that from now on? Okay, I'll do that. But all these things need to be discussed in advance, in my opinion. On the flip side, though, your job is essentially to make the artist forget that he needed a guitar player in the first place, or whatever instrument you play. So be in time, be in tune, and play it perfectly. If the artist tells you that he or she wants you to play a certain passage a certain way, you play it that way. Some artists, like Doro is a good example. She'll let me do my solos, although the song has to be played right, but I can go off and do whatever I want with the solos. Udo Dirk Schneider wasn't like that. I had to kind of like play the solos the way the fans wanted to hear. I did some on my own. But then with John Oliva playing the Proud Power show, the classic Streets album by Savatage, that I played note by note, nuance by nuance, because I knew the fans wanted to hear it. So, if you're getting paid, if someone is, paying you money to show up and play their music, you better play it better than they would. Because if you don't, you're not gonna get on the call again, and you're an asshole. So, keep that in mind.
So, I think that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the time that we spent together with Bill. I would like to thank you, Bill. Bill, thank you so much for accepting this invite. Bill have been here in the United States forever, and I just arrived here 5 years ago, and I met him on the NEM show, and he's a ESP endorsement as well, like me, and he's a very nice guy, a great guitar player, and was very nice have him here with us. Well guys, I think that's it. Stay tuned for more quarantine sessions. If you didn't watch, there is a card here for the last one with Andres Kisser from Sepultura, and was very cool. And again, thanks for watching. See you next time. I'm out.